We want to take you across West Michigan to show you exactly what it's doing outside right now. First, this is a live look at Grand Rapids from the I-196 near the 131 interchange. As you can see, a mixture of snow and ice falling, according to our crews there. I-196 from Grand Rapids through Ottawa County is extremely slick tonight. There have been reports of several slide-offs as well. We're watching conditions as changing temperatures change what's happening on the ground. 24-hour News 8's Joe LaFurgey watching conditions in Hudsonville for us tonight. Joe?
Hi, Larry. I want to show you, if you're on the road just about anywhere in West Michigan as we speak, this is what you're having to deal with as you drive down the road. Take a look, this slushy, wet rain stuff coming down. It's not actually freezing. It's coming down more of a slushy kind of stuff. So make sure you're going to need those windshield wipers. You're going to need a good pair tonight. I'll show you where we're at right now. We're at 32nd Street and Chicago Drive right in Hudsonville. Here's the issue right now. Everything, as the meteorologists have been telling you, is still warm. It's still rain coming down, still sleet coming down. And right now you can see there's not a lot of slippery spots, at least on the side roads. If you look there at 32nd, there's kind of a sheen, but that's all wet at this point. What they're worried about, of course, is those temperatures dropping. Once those temperatures drop, this stuff all starts to freeze. There's going to be a snowpack possibly over it, a small covering. So you're not going to realize, unless you really take care and you're really cautious, you might not realize just how slick it gets, and that's all going to happen overnight. So we're going to continue watching the roadways here in Ottawa County, in Kent County, all over West Michigan, letting you know when that freeze takes place and when it gets dangerous. But the best word of the night is just caution. Talked to the Sheriff's Department a short time ago. They said they've dealt with 5 or 6 slide-offs throughout the evening and hasn't been too bad, but they too are kind of watching the roads, hoping that people heed these warnings and make sure they're taking all the precautions when they head out throughout the night and, of course, tomorrow morning as well. We're live in Hudsonville. Joe LaFurgey, 24-hour News 8.
Thanks, Joe. Let's take you a little further south now. 24-hour News 8's Leon Hendricks live in Kalamazoo tonight. He's been there throughout the day. How are the conditions there tonight, Leon?
That's right, Larry. It's quite cold out here. We can feel the temperature dropping, and of course, as Joe was talking about, that's going to mean more freezing. But for the most part here, it's been a rain event, and we've been kind of keep checking to see exactly what this is that has been falling. And for the most part, it's been a rain event. For the folks traveling along I-94 here, that's been good news. It's been smooth going. We've seen a slide off here or there, but really nothing too major along that route, at least in the area where we are. We want to show you what it was like earlier today. There was some snow falling at around noon or so, and then quickly it switched over to the rain, so we've got that slush on the ground. And then this rain that's falling now, at our last check, it's about 32 degrees now, so we're expecting that to start turning into that freezing rain, which can cause some problems. Take a look at this picture here from Battle Creek. That is the freezing on the power lines that Kyle was talking about. That's going to cause some power outages in Battle Creek. We know at one point there were 1,000 people without power. Consumers Energy was expecting to get that up and going back full swing at around 11. So those people should be getting their power back soon if they have not already. Of course, the situation on the ground is that slushy, wet stuff that will turn to ice for certain once that temperature drops below freezing. Of course, we'll be here to monitor that as the temperature falls. Reporting live in Portage tonight, Leon Hendricks, 24-hour News 8.
Live pictures from Ford International Airport now. Since early this afternoon, very few flights have made it in or out, including an Allegiant flight that was supposed to head to Orlando this morning. Now that flight is still, last word, was sitting on the ground after more than 13 hours of delays. The flight was first delayed because of a mechanical issue. The passengers were put on the plane around 2:30 this afternoon, but were stuck on the tarmac for more than 3 hours before they were finally allowed back in the terminal. The plane then reboarded at 8:45 tonight, but now passengers on the plane tell us they were told that the airport was out of de-icer and were delayed again. We talked to a passenger about 2 hours ago while they were still in the terminal.
As we were going out to the plane, we wondered why we were even getting on, because about 1 o'clock it started snowing pretty good, and I have some pictures that we took that you couldn't even see planes 50 yards out on the runway. It was coming down that good.
An Allegiant spokesperson tells our affiliate in Orlando that they will give passengers $75 in 2 meal vouchers. If you're flying out tomorrow morning, you can check on the status of your flight online very easily at woodtv.com. US 131 is back open tonight in Mecosta County after a crash involving nearly 50 to 60 cars. Take a look at some of the pictures we were getting in from the carnage left behind. This happened near the M20 exit. We talked to Shelley Werner. She and her husband got caught up in that mess. Listen to her describe what happened.
All of a sudden, we came from under an overpass, and cars were stopped everywhere, off the side of the road, all over. It was like an obstacle course. And my husband he couldn't go anywhere, and so he slammed on the brakes, and we spun around and hit the front and the back part of the car. It was like a scene from a movie where everything was just trashed everywhere, and cars on upside down and all over the road, and people running and screaming, "Get out of the car and get away from it," because we were too close to the highway yet, and cars were still smashing in. And they pulled my husband out onto the side, and I got out, and we had our pets with us, our 2 dogs, and we pulled them out, and you could just hear bang, 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 bang.
Now, Shelley was not injured. However, her husband was hospitalized with minor injuries. Police tell us 3 people were hurt in that crash. 911 is still down in a portion of Allegan County tonight because of a phone outage. There are about 500 people who cannot call 911 right now, mostly in the area between Glen and South Haven. We are told, however, that issue is being worked on. Your pictures are helping us cover this storm, and please continue to send them our way. You can upload them at the Wood TV 8 Facebook page, email them to us at report@woodtv.com, or upload them to woodtv.com under the posted section. Now, our coverage of this winter storm continues. We will be on until midnight live with you, bringing you the latest on weather conditions. As you wake up tomorrow, make sure to watch Daybreak starting an hour early tomorrow at 4 a.m.